has been a dramatic change in the local politicians' response to the questions that I'm asking regarding the migrant situation. 8 months ago, first busloads of migrants from Texas were showing up at the Port Authority bus terminal. So the mayor came that first day. I was there. I ran across the street to ask him a question. Are you going to be asking for any changes in the border policy that is bringing these people to our city?
No. As the mayor of the city of New York, I don't, weigh into immigration issues, border issues. I have to provide services for families that are here, and that's what we're going to do.
8 months later, so 8 months of bus loads of migrants landing at Port Authority bus terminal, they overwhelmed our shelter system to the point where we're now renting out entire hotels in Midtown.
Guys, man, I don't think in any way, shape, or form did he really understand Eric Adams. Did he really understand how many people come across that southern border? Again, they're getting a fraction of that. And so 8-9 months ago, man, when he said, that they're going to take care of people and they're not going to push for any kind of change in the policy of the country. But yeah, now I think they're seeing exactly, again, how difficult this issue is. And I think a lot of them are seeing now, a lot of these Democratic mayors and governors and stuff are seeing exactly what is going on and what is happening to states like Texas. And they're starting to feel the pinch in a lot of ways of what's happening. And so I don't think, man, people really understand. Again, they had these policies like, oh, look at us, man. We are so progressive. We are so good. We had these policies where we are going to take care of these immigrants and we're going to allow them to come here. We're sanctuary status. We have sanctuary status. We allow them to come in. And I think what's happening is people are starting to wake up. Again, I agree with the moves of these governors like Governor Abbott in Texas and DeSantis in Florida. I agree with what they're doing because I think, again, they're putting the emphasis back on these states to say, hey, look, we support illegal immigrants. We support the borders being open. We support them getting help. We're going to help them. We have sanctuary status in the state, in the city. And I think, again, it's a good thing because it puts the focus back on them.
I went to ask him a couple of questions about this migrant situation. What I was hearing was kind of like this hard change, which was, it's the White House's fault.
It is the irresponsibility of the Republican Party in Washington for refusing to do real immigration reform. And it's the irresponsibility of the White House for not addressing this problem.
You know what, guys, we got to be honest, man. The Republicans have been wanting that border to be secured for years. Again, remember, build that wall. Again, that's the reason why, right there. You're only getting a fraction of what's coming across. But again, man, people, these liberal politicians, especially from the Northeast, man, they have no idea what's happening. And they have no idea what people in Texas are dealing with. They don't know. They don't know and they don't really care. Because again, man, it's all about making sure they look, woke, progressive, compassionate. And no, man, again, you have no idea what was coming across that border. And now you're getting a taste of it and you're getting overwhelmed. You are being overrun with illegal immigrants. And that is what they are, illegals. And again, we have to have some kind of border security at the border. We have to have something down there. We have to have a more stringent policy put in place. And again, you can argue and you can yell and you can scream, you can whine. But the fact of the matter is, these are the policies you put in place. And now your own policies are drowning you. you have got to understand that that is unsustainable. You cannot allow just whoever to come across that border. Man, it's going to be absolute chaos. A country cannot exist without borders. We have to understand that, hey, look, we can only let a certain number in, and we can only afford to put up a certain number of people. That's it. That's all we can do. We can't do anything more than that because, again, it will overwhelm our infrastructure. It will totally overwhelm us. We won't know what to do. And you're getting a taste of it up there in New York. You're getting just a taste of it. But again, we have to secure our southern border because we will be overwhelmed and we will be overrun.
I was at a presser up in Inwood. It was budget related, the state budget, but the mayor and the governor were there, and I thought I'd get a chance to ask both the mayor and the governor about this migrant issue.
Has your office done anything to curtail the flow of, we're getting close to 1,000 a day now?
I don't have the ability to stop the influx of individuals, but the mayor and I just met again a day or two ago to talk about what else we can be doing to support what is getting untenable. It calls for a federal solution.
And again, so that's a change out of her. And while I was in that room waiting for the governor and the mayor to come talk to the press, it became known to me through another reporter that the mayor wasn't going to be coming in here. The mayor was going to be going out the back door and getting to his car and getting out of there. I was not okay with that. I needed an answer to my question. So I ran out the back door, ran through a bunch of security guards who were looking at me like, where's this guy going? And I ran down the mayor and I asked him,
Do we have any plan to slow this down, to stop it?
We would love to. We would love to.
that's not what he said 8 months ago. He didn't say that he would love to stop it. You can see it when he's answering the questions. He's kind of at the end of his rope, I guess.
Can you ask the governor of Texas to stop sending the migrants?
We have over and over again.
I'm just reporting on the change that I'm observing, the change in tone, the change in sentiment, the change in philosophy. Our mayor and our governor have gone from Governor Abbott's wrong for doing this and no, we're not going to talk to the federal government about making any changes, to we need a federal solution. That's out of their mouths. That's exactly the change that I heard.
You know what, man? They need to be held responsible for the choices that they make. And that's what's going on here. Again, they want to vote a certain way to allow more people to come across the southern border. Again, they want to have sanctuary status. Well, you know what, man? You have to learn. You have to face the consequences of your decisions because that is the only way you're going to learn. That's it. You aren't going to learn if somebody shields you from those choices. Again, you made those choices. Nobody else did. You did. So you have to live by the choices that you make. You got to live by them. Again, if you don't want to be a sanctuary city, well, hey, you need to go the other way, vote the other way, and understand that, again, people that vote a particular way with immigrants, they got to be willing to accept them into their area because, again, it didn't make a damn bit of difference until they were overcrowding their city, until they were being bussed into their area and overwhelming them. They didn't care. They did not care what was happening in Texas, what was happening in Florida, what's happening in so many southern areas. They don't care. Again, people from out there, they don't care because why? They don't deal with it. They don't deal with, again, the repercussions of what they're voting for. They don't deal with it, so they don't care. Now they're being made to deal with it. And now what do they want? They want a federal solution. Again, the southern border needs to be secured. We need to have a wall. We need to understand that we cannot allow people to just come across the southern border. You know, we can't allow this stuff, man. We can't allow basically open borders. We can't allow it. Why? Because this country is going to be overwhelmed, and we aren't going to be able to deal with this at all. We are going to lose our country. We are going to lose our country by allowing everyone to come in. Again, we can't allow everyone to come. We can't. And now I know these bleeding heart liberals that want, they want to have this. They want to have people coming in, but we can't have it. It's going to overwhelm our infrastructure. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a